Hello everybody, my name is Kademar. Welcome back for another video of NHL 18 franchise mode. We're going to continue the Let's Play with the Quebec Nordiques for sure. We have our new players. Of course, in the last video, told you guys we had on the lineups a couple of medium elites that were ready to play in the NHL, our rookies. Such as Elias Peterson, our centerman playmaker. He's actually a depth forward, but we're going to play him on the NHL. And there's Zadina, Philip Zadina, of course, third line checking forward. He's going to be ready as well. He's ready as well. 79 overall. I feel like he's going to have a great year with us. We also have Jerry Whitney, which is another medium elite. Top 6, 78 overall. I think he's going to be a really good defenseman, especially since he's an offensive defenseman. It's going to be really great to have that on our team. And for the goaltender wise, we still have Renta and Malcolm Subban, which both grew after the first season, after the third season. So that's pretty good, boys. We don't have any real prospect over the NHL for forwards, at least. We have a couple of prospects, like 1 or 2 prospects still for the defense wise. But aside from that, nothing. So we're going to start the simulation of the first month and see how it goes. I hope this year is going to be better than the three previous years, boys, because we all know that the 3 previous years I did not manage to make the playoffs. We really need to make the playoffs this year for sure. So we start off with a loss. So our year 4, we started off with a loss in regulation, 5-2. Oh, that's not good. But we win against the Philadelphia Flyers, so let's go. That's right. I did not edit the penalty kill and like the special units. I did not edit them, so it's exactly like the CPU wants it to be. The game wants it to be. So I really wanted to see if it works out with the lineups that the game wants it to be. So. Right now it's 3-2. We're doing okay. It could be better, but it's just the beginning of the year. It's the first month as well. It looks like we're gonna go a lot into the forward WHL type of thing, boys, because I've got still. This is my second and my first. I've got to go to another do another scout afterwards at the same place, boys. So it really is interesting that we gotta do all this. We've got, let's see right here, we're 4-2. We got another win. That's 3 wins in a row now. That's pretty good. And that's is that going to be a victory? No, we lost. All right, so managed to get 4 wins in a row, and afterwards another loss against the Carolina Hurricanes. Yes. But that was a pretty much okay year. We did not lose in overtime, though. I would have loved to have a couple of points, bonus points out of that month, but 5-3 is at least better than most of the years that we had so far. We're in 4th position in our division. Mike Hoffman seems like he's our best player. 7 points out of 8 games, so he's doing great, boys, over the first line with Matt Duchesne and Ryan Johansson. I'm having a tough time speaking today. I don't know, I just wake up, maybe it's because of that, I don't know. So let's see the stats, individual stats after the first month, boys. 7 points, of course, we all know that. For the goals, Mike Hoffman is really our best scorer right now with 4 goals. We all knew that Mike Hoffman, when we picked him up over free agency, Mike Hoffman, we all knew that he was a scorer, so I was expecting that out of him. Matt Duchesne has 6 points out of 8 games. 5 points for Brian Ross, which he's playing way better than Ryan Johansson on the first line right now, which really interesting. A lot of minuses though. I don't like the fact that there's a lot of minuses. 1 point for Zadina, same thing for Peterson. No points for Jerry Whitney so far. Let me see the goaltenders, how it goes. Renta's playing great. Subban's having another one of these difficult years. I don't know, man. Well, I don't know what to think of Subban. Malcolm Subban seems like the kind of goaltender that's not, you never know what he's gonna give you, you know. It's a little bit frustrating, I gotta say, a little bit. So we're gonna go straight into the simulation of the second month. We're not gonna waste too much time, boys. I really want to get this year done. See if we need to do some trades. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do really the entire season this year. This video, I really want to do the entire season, 4th season, and see how it goes. We win against the the Blackhawks at the beginning of the second month. Are we going to be able to win against the Pittsburgh Penguins? We do. So there's 2 wins in a row right there. That's really important. Win however you want it. Win's a win for me. We need to win all the games possible. So there's 3 wins in a row. Can we win against the Vancouver Canucks? No, we lose. So 3 wins in a row and then a loss. No losing streak, please. No losing streak. Let's continue to win. That would be really great. Thank you. There we go. No losing streaks, boys. Another win against the Panthers. And we are scoring right now. You can see 6-2, 6-1, 6-4. We're scoring. And even when we're losing, we are losing like 5-3, twice in a row, actually. So there we go. There's another win after an overtime loss, which means we got a point out of that. That's really good. We only got 1 regulation loss so far in this month, boys. It's a great month. Now we're gonna go scout once again. 3 weeks forwards, WHL. It's a lot of WHL, boys. It's not like I want myself to do that, but that's what the scouting reports tell me to do. So I'm gonna go there, I guess. We got another loss, but loss in overtime once again, 4-3. You see, we're at least scoring 3 goals per game. Now it's 2 losses in a row. At least we're scoring 3 goals per game, which makes gives our goaltenders the chance to slow the team or shut things out in the shut the games out. So Renta can probably do it. I don't know. Maybe most of the losses are probably Malcolm Subban, because we knew that after the first month of simulation, we looked it up, and Malcolm Subban was having a difficult time. Now that must be Renta right now, though, because it's 2 losses in a row. In regulation, I don't like that. We need to play better than that. There we go. There's a win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And we end up winning again against the Minnesota Wild. So we end up the second month, the month of November, with 2 wins in a row. That's pretty good, boys. We're doing great so far. We're having a great year. Above the number of losses, so we're 13-7-2, which is really good. We're actually second right now. You can see right behind the Montreal Canadiens, our rival. So that's really good. And Brian Little is actually our best player right now, boys. He's actually Brian Little's our best player in on the team. So that's really good. I love that, boys. I really like that. Best player. Best scorer still Hoffman, 11 points. He's on par for 30 or to 40 goals for this year. 20 points for Brian Littles, 19 points Silverberg. He's playing on the second line as well. The second line is doing great, boys. Same thing for first line. Johansson's playing okay for a first liner, but really it's just Brian Littles tearing it up. It's like he's making Ryan Johansson look bad. So that's pretty interesting. Justin Falk, actually, playing on the first duo of defensemen. He's playing absolutely great. 17 points in 22 games. That's really great. Shattenkirk's playing great like always. All right, I loved it. How about the goaltenders? Did they improve? Renta went down a little bit, so he had a little bit of difficult month, but he's still playing great. Malcolm Subban, he went up, so he's playing better. So really, if I can manage to have 2 goaltenders that are playing okay, that are playing great on my team, or playing good, that's all I can ask for, really. So let me check the roster really quick if there's a need for anybody to go up into the NHL or something, or if I need to look at the scouting as well. So hang on 1 second. Alright, boys, we're good. I don't have any trades to do. I don't have anything spectacular to do. My team's playing great. Everybody's still the same. Nobody has grown really, so we're all good. We're all fine. We're gonna start the simulation of the third month of December now. After a good month of November, let's see how it's gonna go for December. We end up losing our first game, but we win against the Dallas Stars though, so we just have to continue on our route and continue to do great, I guess. We really need to go and have a great season. I want to make the playoffs. That's all I want right now. We actually need to go back to WHL once again and do forwards for 3 weeks. I'm telling you, boys, so it's gonna only be WHL for the entire year. But afterwards, I do have Dell, Liga, WHL, or again, but defense, so we're good. We have actually now 3 wins in a row, which is good. We just got a shout out over the St. Louis Blues. Now the streak is ended, so looks like against the New Jersey Devils, but it looks like the way it works is there's 2 losses in a row. Regulation 2, that's not good. But looks like the way it works for the simulation right now for us this year is we get 3 wins in a row, but that's about as much as we can get. We can't get things done more than that. Like we get a loss and then we go back into a winning streak of 3 games, like something like that. Now we got a 3-loss regulation in a row, but ended up slowing down because now we got 2 wins in a row after that. So we shot the bid for a little bit, but we managed to bring ourselves back, and we're in 4 wins in a row. Look at this. 4-2, 5-3, 9-5. We scored 9 goals in that game, boys, against the Philadelphia Flyers. That was a ridiculous game. All right, and we lose again. So 3 to 4 wins is as much as we can do, it seems like. So that's very interesting. We are gonna go to Dell now, switch things up. Finally, go forward for Dell. Only 1 week. Only need 1 week for Dell. Alright, so I like what I'm seeing right now for my team. 4-2, another win right there. And can we win? No, we lose against the Predators, but we are still we almost have, like, not almost, but we are much better than the previous years for sure. We're 21, 13, and 2. That's really great. Let's see where we are. We're still in second position, tied in points with the Montreal Canadiens for the first place. The only reason why we're second is because we played 1 game more than them. Brian Little's still our best player in the team, boys. We're playing awesome. I don't have to even slow down. I don't have to slow down, boys. Let's continue. I don't want to slow down because this is a great simulation right now. We're playing great. Let's just go into simulate right away this month of January. This is great. We're doing awesome, boys, and I need my team to continue to do awesome. It's just great. There we go. So how we're gonna start up? We start up with a win this time around, the month of January. Now we gotta go to Liga. So where's Liga? It's right there. Forwards for 2 weeks, actually, this one. So forwards 2 weeks. Actually, we're gonna go for 3 weeks because it's a B assignment. So 3 weeks for forwards. There we go. A little bit of change because it always was WHL. Now it's finally a change. So a win against the Senators. We win again against the Calgary Flames and the Carolina Hurricanes. So 3 wins in a row right there. I love it. I love to see that, boys. My team is producing. Finally, that's the type of season I like to see. Like, my team is producing. We get a lot of wins. And yes, we get losses here and there, but we get wins anyways. So that's all that matters to me, really. We get another loss against the Blackhawks, but that's okay because I know we're going to come back. I have a feeling. There we go. We came back with another win against the Pittsburgh Penguins in shootout. Another win in shootout. So we are really we're clutch. We're clutch in overtime and shootout. So if we that's why we're losing in regulation only, because when it comes down to shootout or overtime games, we still win these games most of the time. We only lost twice in overtime and shutouts, so that's really good thing, boys. No, I'm not going to make that trade. That's a stupid trade to do. We end up losing winning 3-0 against the Panthers, so that's pretty good. Now I'm curious, boys. We're doing great right now this year. I'm not going to stop the simulation, of course, because we're doing absolutely fine. But you guys can let me know. Should I do something special? Since we really need to, like a special trade or something, we really need to make it to the playoffs. I think we're at this point we might be able to make it to the playoffs finally. Now we're gonna go to WHL defense. Let's go for the 3 weeks for sure. Yes, so should I make a trade or not at this point? I don't think I should, because my team's finally playing great. Everything's working like it should be working, so I really don't want to make any trades. They're annoying with that trade. I don't want to make that trade. There we go. So end of the month of January, we're coming into February, the last month before the trading deadline. We're still way better than I was expecting us to be after 3 years after 3 shit years, boys. That's a great year right there. 29, 17 and 2. That's pretty great. We dropped down to 3rd though, because Lightning started to win a lot, and Montreal Canadiens as well. So maybe we lost a couple of games we shouldn't have lost, but we're still in there. We're still in there, boys. Let's see how it is. Right now is our own teams on our divisions that are the wild cards, that have the wild card spot. Yeah, most of the time that's how it works. So let's go check it out. Now it's the time for me to check the roster, if there's anybody that grew that are ready to play in the NHL, or if I need to do my regular scouting reports and whatnot. And I also before we do all that, we're gonna look together the stats, individual stats and everything, and the team stats. I want to look at the team stats as well, see why my team's playing so well all of a sudden, or playing okay. Still 21 goals, still our best scorer of the year, Hoffman. And our best player right now is Brian Little, having a great year, boys. For a second liner, someone's playing on the second line, he's playing great. That's unbelievable. 41 points. Silverberg 39. Mike Hoffman 38. Justin Fox playing great for a defenseman, 37 points. That's awesome. He already did his goal. Like top 4, supposed to do 30 points. He already at 37. It's the half of the year. That's unbelievable. Johansson, all right. Everybody's playing great. Actually, Zadina, I'm really happy for him. I think he's gonna get to the 30 points for sure. He's at 20 points right now, so he's playing great. I'm really happy for him that he's playing actually great. He is -2, but I don't think that's gonna slow him down on him growing up. Shattenkirk is playing okay. He slowed down a little bit though. I would like him to produce a little bit more. Clutterbach, Vatanen, alright. Pettersson, now Pettersson's playing okay as well. He's on the fourth line, so as a depth forward, he's playing awesome. Jerry Whitney for top 6, he's gonna accomplish his goal. It's the 10 points, he's gonna get it for sure. So that's awesome, boys. The goaltenders, alright, so Malcolm Subban is going up. He's continuing to play better and better, but Renta is playing worse now. Slowly but surely, he's not playing that much, that well. I don't like what I'm seeing from Renta, boys. He's not playing that well. He's having difficult times now. I want him to play better than that. Now he's playing like a average goaltender. Like, I don't need that right now. So let's look at our stats. How much points we are, how much goals per game we're getting. We are the second best goals per game team. That's great. And the 4th worst team for the goals against, but 4th place is okay. I would like better 5th place, but we're doing fine goals per against and goals for. We are doing fine for a power play. We are not the worst, but we're not the best as well. We're in the middle. And for penalty kill, we're actually the third best team in penalty kill. So that explains it, boys. That explains it. Our special units are doing the job. Right, I did my scouting reports, boys. I did everything I needed to do. Let's continue simulation until the month of February, the month of March. That's the month of the trading deadline, of course. So month of February, let's see how it goes. Hopefully we're gonna be still a great team. I haven't changed anything. Looks like our team doesn't grow too much. Both of our team, like our players, don't grow too much. It stays pretty much the same. But if that permits me to get into the playoffs, I won't say anything. You know, I will take it like it is. So 30, we're at the 30 wins for the season now. So 2 wins in a row after a loss against the Capital Washingtons. Let's see if we can get a third win in a row against the Tampa Bay Lightning. There we go, we're a third win in a row. Nice. That's what I like to see. We're producing, we're getting points. We're playing great, boys. We're playing really great. I love it. I love to see all this. Zadina hasn't grown just yet, though. That's how I would like to see, because remember in the last games, the players used to grow during the seasons, but now they don't do that so much. They the players mostly grow after the between a season to another, in between the seasons. So I don't know. I really prefer to have somebody like, I would really prefer to have my players grow during the season so that I can really see what they're worth, you know. But we end up losing 7-4 in regulation against the Dallas Stars. Another loss right there. After 4-win streak, we're at 2 losses in a row now. We gotta win. We gotta start winning again. Please. There we go. We win. There's a win right there. That's what I like to see, boys. That's what I want to see from a team that wants to make it to the playoffs. There we go. That's really great, boys. We're playing fine this year. There's another win. I love it, boys. I really love it. Finally, we got a year that is worthy of our time. Finally, we got a year that's really cool, and that's really gonna be awesome. So we're doing awesome, and I love it. I love every single bit of it, boys. Edmonton, can we win against them? We win 8-2. That's unbelievable. I love that. That's great. We are at 4 wins in a row once again. Can we make it to 5 wins in a row? Maybe. Please make it to 5 wins in a row. That would be awesome. No, we can't. For some reason, we just can't make it to 5 wins in a row in this season. I really don't know why, boys. It's just weird. So we're at the trading deadline almost. So I just gotta make sure that everybody, like nobody has really grown or anything, so that I don't have to make trades or something like that. I really want to make sure, boys. Hang on. From the looks of it, everything's fine, boys. So we're not gonna make any trades. Let's just go into the trading deadline and see what kind of trades the other teams did, because I always like to see what type of trades the other teams do, boys. So we're not gonna make any trades this year. It looks like we don't need to, and we're gonna probably be fine to make it to the playoffs. Can we make it to 40 wins? There's a win, 8-1 win against Los Angeles. You can see we're scoring a lot. Scoring is not a problem on our team. It's mostly giving goals. I really like the fact that we're not giving too much goals either, but still giving like 3 goals per game maybe or something like that. I don't like that. It's Renta is having difficult time. So we're almost at the 40 wins. Mostly, if you want to make it to the playoffs, you need at least 40 wins in their season. So we're gonna be there at least. I think we're gonna be way fine for the series, boys. So for the playoffs, so that's really great. Let's go to Messenger Center and see what kind of trades we got this year. Mike Condon, Cody Ceci, all right. We've got Ottawa got a first round pick, and remember, we're not making any trades. That means we're not gonna make For this season, for this year, we didn't have a choice to make it to the playoffs because we're not gonna have any first round picks, boys. No first round picks for us. Oh, you can see, actually, it was Columbus who had our first round picks. They traded up, so Ottawa has a first round pick for Columbus, a first round pick which used to belong to us. That's awesome. For Ottawa, they've got 2 first round picks. That's unbelievable. 2 first round picks for Cody Ceci and Mike Condon. Okay, that's really weird. James Neal's going to Minnesota. All right. Wayne Simmons is going to the Islanders. Who else? James Reimer's going to New Jersey. We've got William Karlsson to Buffalo. Who else? Yamamoto is actually Vegas Golden Knights. Is a prospect, I think. Who else? Let's see. Brendan Shan's going to Buffalo as well. All right. We don't have anybody else really looks like right now. Sean Couturier is going to Tampa Bay. We've got nobody so far. Mark Giordano is going to Toronto. All right. Oh, major trade right there. Major trade. Nashville acquires a prospect goaltender, a first round pick from Washington, and a third round pick from Washington in exchange for PK Subban. PK Subban has been traded once again, boys. He's going to Washington. Oh my god, PK Subban's going to be playing with Ovechkin, boys. Oh, that's wild. This team's gonna be impossible to slow down. PK Subban with Ovechkin? Are you serious? Alright, so that's the biggest trade of the year so far. For sure, that's the biggest trade of the year. PK Subban playing with Ovechkin. God damn. Let me just take a look at the lineups for Washington now. I gotta look at this. Oh, I can't look it up. Hang on. There's got to be a way for me to look it up, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. We're going to have to see, I guess, in the playoffs if we end up facing them. That's going to be it's going to be awful for us, but anyways, let's simulate the rest of the month, the rest of the year. Month of March, we end up losing the first game. So in 2 losses in a row now, that's not good. We need to scout once again into WHL forwards. 3 weeks. There we go. That's what I want to see. 3 losses in a row. Come on. There we go. There's a win. Finally, another win. 2 wins in a row. 3 wins in a row. There we go. Picking things up, boys. We shit the bed a little bit, but then we pick ourselves up. Now, a loss, a win, a loss. A little bit all over the place at the end of the year, our team, boys. Now, there's 2 wins in a row. That's what I want to see. Let's continue to win, boys. Let's continue to win. Gotta make it. And finally, that's the last time probably we're going to make it to the WHL for the forwards. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure at this point. There's a loss against Panthers, but a win against Colorado. So, oh my god. Let's hope we can do this, boys. Let's hope we can make it. Let's simulate the rest of the season. There's another win. 2 wins in a row. That was an overtime. A 3rd win in a row. There's a loss, a shootout though. There's a loss and another win in shootout and another win. So I think we made it to the playoffs, boys, because 50 wins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we made it. Yeah, there we go. We made it to the playoffs, boys. Made it to the playoffs, and we're gonna face off against the Tampa Bay Lightning for our first ever playoff as the Quebec Nordiques. Now let's go look into the individual stats, boys, and the team stats. Team stats first to see where we ended up. We finished 2nd in our division with 50 wins nonetheless. 50 wins. That's awesome. I couldn't ask for more. So that's really great. The Montreal Canadiens, I think they were the best team of the league. No, they weren't. Actually, the best team of the league was San Jose Sharks. Tied up with Montreal. I don't know. Maybe it's the advanced stats that helped out the San Jose Sharks. I mean, they had 53 wins. Montreal had 49 wins, but Montreal and the San Jose both were the best team of the year. Carolina Hurricanes, the third best team. We ended up being the fourth best team of the league, which is really good. Who's gonna probably have the... oh my god, the worst team was the Los Angeles Kings. Alright. That's really interesting. Alright, so nevertheless, we're gonna look into the individual stats now, boys. We're not gonna simulate the playoffs. You guys know the drill. We're gonna make the playoffs for the next video. But let's look at our best scorers. So best scorer is Mike Hoffman, 32 goals, and Justin Falk, a defenseman that did 30 goals. 30 goals for a defenseman, boys. What an incredible year. That's incredible for a defenseman to do 30 goals. And our best players, 72 points. Brian Little, playing on the second line, still does 72 points, boys. And Justin Falk, 71 points as a defenseman. Probably the best defenseman of the year. Unless there's really someone who was even more spectacular than him. But that's an awesome year for him. I'm really happy that we have this guy on our team, boys. Unbelievable. 71 points, 30 goals. What the hell? Mike Hoffman, 68 points. 67 points for Johansson. Silverberg, 63. Alright, Brian Rust playing on the third line. He's playing great, 58. 55 for Matt Duchene. 42 points for Shattenkirk. Managed to do his job. He only needed to do 30 points. He did it this year. He had a troubling time last year, did he not? Actually, no. He did his job. He did his job. Yeah, we know for sure he's going to do his job each year. Philip Zadina, boys. I was expecting... how much points was I expecting out of him? I think it was 30, right? Yeah, it was 30 points for a third liner. So, 30 points for a third liner. He got 38. So, he played great. He played great. He's going to grow up really fine next year. Abdul Gator did his job. Let's go into the forwards first, though. I want to make sure that we know everybody. So Clutterbuck, fourth line, he did his job. Pedersen, depth forward, he's playing great. 18 points actually, playing great. Raffle did his job, and so did Reichel. Every forward did its job, so no weaklings on the forward line, boys. Defense-wise, let's see. Falk, absolutely great. Shattenkirk, great. Brodin, I'm going to accept that. It's 29 points. It's supposed to do 30. It's basically the same thing as 30 points. So he did his job. Vatanen, he did his job. It's 28. I'm going to accept that as well. Since it's he's a plus 23 and plus minus. That's unbelievable. Whitney did his job. 10 points plus 2. Alright, that's great. And Ryan Murphy basically did his job almost. 8 points. 0, I'm going to accept that. If they're not in the minus, if they did not produce like I wanted them to produce, at least they need to be like 0 or like a plus instead of a minus. If they're a minus, then that was a shitty year. But Renta ended up being a really great goaltender once again for us. Great acquisition, way better than Bobrovsky, not Bobrovsky, but Korpisalo could have ever been for our team, boys. He shot the bed for 2.5 years. Where then we decided to get Renta. He did great for our team. He ended up with 43 wins, boys. 43 wins with a saving percentage of 91.3. That's great. That's great. And Malcolm Subban had a difficult year, boys. Difficult year. 77 wins, 7 losses. Goals, yeah, 3 goals per game. See, Malcolm Subban is tough to know what he's all about, boys. I think at this point I just saw it. He's not gonna grow anymore, so he's not gonna grow. He's gonna basically be a backup goaltender for the rest of his life. It's a shame, really. It seems like it's not gonna be the prospect I wanted him to be. But anyways, best score of the year, Ovechkin, of course, 62 goals. 56 goals for Patrick Kane, 50 goals for McDavid. Best player of the year, Jamie Benn, 97 points, 95 for Seguin, 93 for Ovechkin and McDavid. All right, we got all these players. Where's Crosby? Crosby had a difficult year. All right, so first difficult year for this simulation for Crosby. All right, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good overall. Let's look at the defense-wise. Justin Falk, there we go. I knew it. Justin Falk, best defenseman of the year, 71 points. Cam Fowler, 65. Ekblad, we've got Yossi, Riley. Subban did 57 points. All right, so now the new player of the Washington Capitals. That's unbelievable that they have that many... that they have my PK Subban boys on their team. That's just crazy. Oh my god. Renta is tied up with Dubnyk for the most amount of wins this year. He's not going to win the Vezina though, because he doesn't have the saving percentage to back it up, but he does have a lot of wins though. 43 wins. So does Dubnyk. 42 wins for Price. The best goaltender of the year is probably Martin Jones. It's in between Martin Jones and Carey Price. I'm not entirely sure who's going to get the Vezina. And for the best rookie of the year, medium elite, 80 overall, Ruslan Jas, playing on the third line probably. He got 63 points, boys. Unbelievable. Joe Veleno, actually his rookie year, first time he's playing, 21 years of age, finally playing in the NHL, 53 points. Korozenzov or whatever, Partanen, all these young players you can see. There we go, that's what I see. Alexander Nylander's his first year. Alright, that's really weird. Nevertheless, that was it, boys. So I'm gonna see you guys for the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Keep it easy, boys.